Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Ghostrunner 2. So let's continue the story, shall we?
His weakness is what he is not worthy.
Jack, good job out there. Glad you're in one piece.
Yeah, thanks. Connor wants to see me?
Uh-huh. But please talk to Zoe first. She was worried sick about you.
I will.
And yeah, this guy you brought in, he says he's got some information. Might be worth checking out. Oh, and drop by later. You've missed your appointment.
Sure. See you in a bit.
Later.
Hub world? This is interesting. GR Augmentation Unit. Welcome to GR Augmentation Unit. Here you'll be able to purchase upgrade chips to increase your fighting capabilities. Same as the old game. To purchase upgrade chips, you require data. You earn data by defeating enemies. Cool. Now purchase your first upgrade. Century Boost costs 25% less stamina. Sure. You successfully purchased your first upgrade chip. Hydraulics Adjustment. Dash costs 15% less stamina. Seems cool. Enemies are outlined in red. That is very useful. Deflecting projectiles returns where they came from. Also very useful. So I now own all of these. How does one install them? Let's equip your new skills. Motherboard. Welcome to the motherboard. Here you'll be able to upgrade chips that you purchased at the GR Augmentation Unit. Motherboard. Upgrade chips split into different categories. To equip your purchased upgrade chips, you're going to have to place them on the motherboard onto any of the available slots. Remember that each column can only store chips from the same category. Okay. In order for the chips to work, you will require a specific amount of memory. You can increase it by collecting memory shards. You can now place the selected upgrade chip on the motherboard. Feel free to experiment with available chips and remember that using them makes Jack stronger. Yeah, indeed. So in the columns, we can only do the same one. You see, it comes up this way. So I assume I can do that. And then I can't do the deflect because I don't have enough points. So I have a total of, what, 6? Yeah, okay. And that's my motherboard level, which I guess I can upgrade later. Sure, let's go with the weird energy sword looking thing. Cool, so that's some upgrades. Hey Zoe.
I'm back.
Sorry I couldn't be on the comms. Connor had me hacking the reactor's subsystems. Plan B, you know?
Plan A was a Hail Mary.
God, this is a mess. We don't know where these Ashura came from, where they are, or what they want.
We know we need to stop them.
Yeah, I suppose that's enough for now.
Dialogue? How are you holding up?
How are you holding up?
That's what I should be asking you. I mean, it's kind of a miracle you're alive.
Bakunin had my back.
I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about last year. About you deleting your own system and technically dying.
That was
True.
Unpleasant.
And then waking up like nothing happened.
I was wondering about that.
Wish it was that simple.
I mean, sure, relearning how to walk and talk was no easy feat, but all in all, you surviving the Cybervoid shutdown was like a regular human walking away from an explosion. Still have no idea how you did it.
Guess I'm just tough.
For those wondering, Zoe was the one who talked us through the original game when we first woke up. And I had actually forgotten that, but at the end of the game, you do shut down the entire system, which technically kills you. But you sacrifice yourself to save everyone else is the idea.
What do you think about the Ashura?
They scare me. The way they look, the way they act. While repairing you, we spent a lot of time trying to gather all possible info on GRs. It doesn't make sense that they are Ghostrunners. Nothing fits. And yet, there's no doubt about it.
Could they have been in hiding all this time?
Yeah, in theory. But why? And how? The tower's not that big.
Interesting.
Oh, and before you go, we've managed to get a hold of one of the original GR augmentation units.
Haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, pretty vintage stuff at this point. Come on, give it a shot.
I will. Thanks.
Already did. Oh, that's an arm from what's her face. There's the preeminent boss of the first game, which was like the wife of the architect or something, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, I'll be perfectly honest. Talk to Saul. He likes plants. Filled his workstation with hollow plants. I remember you. Let's talk to Saul in a second. I want to talk to you. Hey, Bakuna.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Wish we could get them all, but...
They weren't even all there.
Right. Well, 1 down, 3 to go.
What do you know about these Ashura?
What do you know about these Ashura?
They're Ghostrunners. That's reason enough to be extremely cautious. You single-handedly took down the Keymaster who's been in power for 20 years.
Fair call.
Imagine what they can do if they work together.
It's a fair point. Why are you even here?
Why were you even there?
I'd been tracking Ahriman for weeks. He showed up out of nowhere, took control of the Hammers, and then used their resources to conduct a large-scale search for... something.
Mitra's body.
Most likely. Anyway, I knew he was going to make a move on the reactor, but I didn't know why. So I came to try and stop him if he pulled anything really dangerous.
By yourself?
I don't have many friends nowadays. Besides, I had a feeling you might show up.
It's fair enough. Mitra, by the way. That's also a name that I know. So my knowledge of all of these kind of religious iconography around Asura and Mitra and all that kind of jazz and Bushido. I mean, a lot of it comes from Asura's Wrath, which is a video game, so it's all mixed together. But I think Mitra was another god in that game. So I'm assuming Mitra is also another god. Can you help me against them?
Can you help me against them?
I believe I can. In the field, if need be, and definitely when it comes to intel. As soon as your friends decide to let me go, I'll get back to gathering data on these GRs. We'll update you directly. I got a feeling this is only the beginning of Dharma's trouble.
Right.
Interesting. Interesting. Alright, hey Doc.
I missed our appointment today.
Yeah, don't worry, Jack. I was just gonna tell you you've finished all the tests.
And?
And you're fit as a fiddle. A heavily augmented transhuman fiddle, but still, the meaty parts of you are in great shape.
Good to know.
Do you remember these GRs from before the coup?
Do you remember these GRs from before the coup?
Not a chance, Jack. You gotta understand, there was not a lot of overlap between the architect's official business and us, lowly base dwellers. Sure, I've lived through the Ghostrunner's introduction and downfall, but the closest I ever came to meeting one was when they were arresting someone in my district. Before I had my hand in putting you back together, that is. It wasn't until my 60s that I started doing the exciting stuff. Better late than never, I guess.
Interesting. So the Ghostrunners effectively acted as a police force Or the architect's own personal police force, I suppose. Is Connor always like this?
Was Connor always like this?
Ever since I've known him, but I don't think always. Man's got demons. More than most.
What demons?
All I know is what he's blurted out while blackout drunk. There's a lot of blood in his past, and a lot of backstabbing.
Done to him or by him?
Both.
Both, presumably. Look, I get why you don't like him. I do.
But?
No buts. I just get it.
Interesting.
Hey, one last thing. I have something for you.
A gift?
Sure, why not? It's a shuriken throwing system that I extracted out of our dead fella right here.
Nice.
Thought it might come in handy.
Nice. Thank you.
No need for that. Just use it carefully. Preferably not in this room.
I'll try.
I have my shurikens back. Nice. Pretty quick to get my shurikens back too, which is cool. This is lighting up. Can I upgrade my shurikens? No, seemingly. I guess it just always highlights. Oh, cool. Let's go talk to Connor.
Did you hear the news? Somehow the architect returned.
What the fuck are you talking about? Somehow?
Hey, that's what I heard.
Interesting. What's up, Connor?
I have questions.
Who doesn't, eh?
What did you want to talk about?
We have a church problem, and you've been randomly chosen to become the solution.
Don't we have a bigger problem right now?
What? Those schmucks from the reactor? Well, you already took down one of them, which concluded in them leaving and us securing the place once again. So I don't see that as a bigger problem. Anyway, let me know when you're ready.
Interesting. You going to release Bakunin?
You going to release Bakunin?
Sure, we have a deal. He could fuck right off for all I care.
Why even arrest him?
Did he skip the Keymaster Guard commander part when he introduced himself to you? Your new BFF is a war criminal and a public enemy. But since the public has other crap to deal with right now, I won't insist on wasting a bullet on that chump.
Fair enough. Tell me about this church.
Tell me about this church.
Church of the Architect. Yeah, they've been around for years, but lately they went through a drastic makeover. It's no longer 5 guys in robes jerking off to a poster of the Architect. They're now organized, well-armed and coordinated.
Militant.
Like the Hammers.
Hmm.
Yeah. Either their management also got an outside hire, or
the Architect really is back.
now you've jinxed it.
I'm gonna put a bet on it's actually one of the Ashura, but hard to say. I'm gonna say I'm ready for the church mission, but I think I'm gonna keep this as a separate video to the actual mission. Just so that the missions are kind of more self-contained. So, if this takes me directly into the mission, then I'll say here, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz, and I'll see you next time, where we'll take on the church mission. It's really interesting that we have a hub world now. They've really kind of pushed more into the story with this game, which is very interesting. Anyway, we'll see whether this takes me directly into the mission.